Welcome back. This is day 8 of our Solving Quadratics unit. We have 2 challenging problems for you to do today. One of the problems is from NCTM Problems of the Week. Students, you will have to write up the second problem and turn it in essay format. Just a reminder, a copy of the handout is provided in the description below so you can follow along. Thank you. Enjoy. This is the NCTM website. It stands for the National Council of Teachers of Mathematics. They have some problems that you can access for free, but if you're a member, then you can look through their huge database of fun critical thinking problems. I highly recommend this site. All right, in the local park, Sally wants to create a dog park and a garden area. All right, people love making dog parks and garden areas in these problems, I guess. The enclosed region will be a rectangular and will be surrounded by fencing as shown. Sally has 900 feet of fencing available. What are the dimensions of the rectangular region if she wants to have a total area of 30,000 square feet? Well, the cool thing about this problem is they've already given us the pictures, so this is nice and simple. We don't have to create this picture on our own. All right, let's read this again one more time. Again, usually when I do my word problems, I'm always practicing my 3 reads, so I'll usually read it one time just to see what it's about, and then I'll read it again to see now what's important. And so in the local, she wants to create a dog park, garden area, not too important. The enclosed regions will be rectangular. Yeah, we can see a rectangle there. We're good there. But she has 900 feet of fencing. So it looks like in this problem that I should probably record that our fencing let me rewind. I don't know why it's looking all nasty. The fencing is 900 feet. Okay. So that means to build the fences. And what I see here, I see 3 fences that are this way or horizontal that are all the same size. And then I see some other fence that's going across the top and the bottom. So I have one long fence here and I have another long fence here. All right, let's continue reading this problem, see if we can make sense of it. What are the dimensions of the rectangular region? So we just need to know what are the dimensions. Dimensions, there we go. If she wants to have and we know the total area. So we know the area is going to be 30,000 square feet. Okay, beautiful. So now let's set up an equation here. I've been given the fencing. I have 900 feet of fencing, and I have a picture here where it shows me how long each sides are. So I'm going to write a little equation. So I know the total area, total fencing is going to be equal to x plus x plus x, so those vertical pieces, and the 2 horizontal pieces, so plus y plus y. And let's simplify that. So let's see what we got here. So we know that x plus x plus x is just going to be 3x, and then the 2 y's will be 2y. Beautiful. All right, and they told you he had a total fencing of 900 feet, so I'm just going to use that number. So there we go, 900 feet. All right, so this is the relationship for just the fencing. And again, we're not going to want 2 variables, so let's solve for y so I can replace the y with x later on. So I'm going to subtract 3x on both sides, so this will now become 900 minus 3x. And then I'll divide all my terms here by 2. So then I'll get 450, because that's 900 divided by 2. And then I'm going to get a fraction, 3/2 x, and then I'll get y. So here is the relationship for my my fencing here. All right, now that we have that, I think we're good to go. I think we can go and solve this problem now. All right, so let's write down a little area problem here. So we know that the area will just be length times width, which in this problem is just x times y. All right, and we also know that the area in this problem that we're looking for is 30,000 feet. And x is just x, but y we can substitute in what we had over here. So y this time is going to be 450 minus 3/2 x. Perfect. And let's just, now we can solve this problem. This is going to look like all the problems that we've been doing so far. So hopefully you're getting good at completing the square by now. So this should just be 30,000 is equal to 450x, because I'm distributing there, and subtract 3/2 x squared. All right, now I'm going to rewrite this really quick just so it looks a little bit nicer. Doesn't look that much nicer, but negative 3/2 x squared plus 450x is equal to 30,000. All right, now I'm going to simplify this in one step. Remember, if we're going to complete the square, I need to get rid of that negative 3/2. I need that just to be a 1. So what I can do on this problem is I'm going to multiply this side by negative 2/3 and this side of my equation by negative 2/3. Now, why am I multiplying by negative 2/3? Well, that will help me cancel out my 3/2 here, my negative 3/2. So when you look at this, let's rewrite this. What is negative 2/3 times negative 3/2 x squared? Well, that's just going to be 1x squared. So just x squared. When I multiply 2/3 times 450x, well, that's going to be a negative. And now I can do this kind of mentally in my head right now. So what's 450 divided by 3? Well, that's 150. What's 150 times 2? That's 300. So this is going to be negative 300x. And same thing on this problem over here. So when you're multiplying negative 2/3 times 30,000, do the division first. Sometimes it makes it a lot easier. So what is 30,000 divided by 3? That's 10,000, and 10,000 times 2 is 20,000. So this is negative 20,000. Perfect. And now I have a problem I can solve. So let me solve that problem. Let me give you a little more space so we can see here. So I'm going to solve this problem. I'm going to rewrite it. So x squared. It's not working. Why are you not working? X squared minus 300x. Leave my space because I'm going to be completing the square right now. Subtract 20,000. Perfect. And let me just move that over because I don't know why I did it so close to the edge there. Okay, let's move it right there. And it's gone. Let's try this again. All right, so I'm going to rewrite this problem. X squared minus 300x. Leave some space because I'm going to be completing the square in a second. Subtract 20,000. Beautiful. All right. Now, this should be cake work for us by now. We've been doing this so many times that we should be good at this now. Remember, we're going to take b, take whatever the b value is, divide it by 2, and then we're going to square that. That's a square. So really, I'm going to take negative 300 divided by 2, and I'll square that value. That's 150, and 150 squared. Let me get my calculator. That is going to be, that's equal to 2,000, I believe, 22,500. Perfect. Beautiful. All right, so now that's beautiful. That's what I'm adding to both sides. I'm adding 22,500 on this side of the equation and 22,500 over here. And now we can finish this up. We can factor this guy, and you'll get x minus 150. And on the other side of my equation, you're going to get 2,500. Just a little subtraction there. And this is almost game over. Getting to the end here, plus or minus. So you're left with x subtract 150 is equal to plus or minus what? What's the square root of 2,500? Well, that's just 50. I love this problem. I love it when it works out nicely for us. So solve it a little bit more. So I get 150 plus 50 and plus or minus, sorry. And my two answers for this problem are x is equal to 200, or my other answer is x is equal to, what's 150 minus 50? That's just 100. So these are my two answers for x. So let's go back and check to see, does this make sense? So in our original problem, when we were looking at this, we noticed we had, so in our original problem, we had 900 feet of fencing, all right? And this is the picture of the fence, okay? So let's go and see if we can figure this out. Remember, x's are the ones that are going up and down. All right, so let's go sketch a little picture and check our answers by ourselves. So if that was our answer, sorry, I'm moving around so much here, but our picture looked like this, and we had x, 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 and then a y going across. And remember, it was a total of 900 feet of fencing. So if this is 200, and that's 200, and that's 200, that's 600. How much are we left with? We're left with 300. That means that this side must be 150, and this side must be 150. So that means for fencing, we have 900 feet, and our area of our region here should be, what's 200 times 150? 30,000. Perfect. So it worked for one problem. Let's try the other one. Let's check the other one. So that worked. What happened with the second one? So what about when x is 100? So when we go 100, 100, and 100, that leaves me 600. So that means this side is going to be 300 all the way from here to here, and this other side will be 300. So again, what does that leave me with? Fencing is how much? Fencing is 900 feet, like we're supposed to have. That's how much fencing they gave us, and we cover an area of 30,000 square feet. Let's write that in, and voila, we're done. All right. So for your problem today, problem number 2, again, remember, you can solve it probably the way we've been doing, or you might not be able to. So again, on this problem, I'm going to want this one written up, and you're going to have to turn this one in to make it ready as a quiz. All right, so I'll read it to you, but then you're on your own for this one. The answer will not be shown here. It says, these 7 congruent rectangles form a larger rectangle, the area of which is 336 square units. All right, what's the perimeter of the large rectangle? All right, that's it. There's your problem. You had a little bit of information there, but again, remember, this is a critical thinking problem. So again, you can solve it like we've been solving, possibly, or you might have to try some other ways. So again, I don't care how you solve this problem, but I just want to see your work when you're done. And remember, when you turn this in, I want it turning in, written up like we do our proofs and our critical thinking problems. So remember, I'll record it for you again. Number 1, you need to tell me what is given. So that'll be your first step in your paragraph proof. Number 2, after that, you need to tell us what we need to show or we need to find. You need to state explicitly, what are you trying to do? What are we trying to find, or what are we trying to solve? Number 3, I want to see the math work. So whatever math work that you did to solve the problem, I want to see it here. And number 4, lastly, your conclusion. Okay, So when you guys write this up today, when you solve this one, that's what I want to see. And then we'll upload it online. All right, thank you and good luck. And again, I think this problem came, for teachers watching this, I think this problem came from NCTM problem of the week. I'm gonna write that here. NCTM problem of the week. But again, you need to be subscribed. If you're a member of the NCTM, you can check out all the prompts of the week. They have a lot of prompts that are very good, just like this. All right, well, thank you.